Hello, my name is Dr. Julia, and I am a veterinarian with the Ontario SPCA and Humane Society. Thank you so much for joining us for this Ask the Vet series. So dogs have two little sacs right inside where they poop. So usually dogs, when they go out for their walks and they poop, they're able to what we call express those glands on their own. So it adds kind of like a signature scent to their poop, and that's why they like to go and sniff other dog poop when they're out on walks. So what happens when we start to see dogs that are rubbing their bums along the carpet or licking at their back end a lot, it's often a sign that those little sacs have gotten so big and they're not able to be expressed on their own. And that can cause a lot of pain and discomfort. And so yes, it's usually a sign that that their little anal glands, those little sacs are getting full. Every dog is different with how we know when they need to see a vet and when they don't. So some dogs might have a history of issues with their glands, and they may need support sooner than others. Some dogs, their anal glands may fill up faster than other dogs. So even though you've just had them expressed not too long ago, rubbing along the carpet might be a sign that that needs to be done sooner than that timeline that you might think, or that your vet has even shared. So we often say really keeping notes and keeping a close eye on how often they're doing it. If they're also trying to bite at their back end, those will all be factors to keep in play as to whether or not the vet needs to be seen. You might also see some additional signs if you see any discharge coming through their skin or any abnormal smell. All of those are factors that those little sacs may have ruptured, and you'll need veterinary attention for some antibiotics very likely and some pain support as well. It's just so important to try to catch it before it gets to that point, because if that happens, it causes some scarring of the glands too, and then it can lead to long-term issues as well. If you ever have any concerns or if anything's ever out of the ordinary, just seek veterinary care right away. I always say it's better to be proactive rather than reactive. And with anal glands, if we can stay on top of these issues and help these furry friends along and express those glands, then we can try to ward off any long-term potential complications such as scarring or chronic issues with those glands acting up. So issues with anal glands can creep up for a number of reasons. Sometimes if our dogs have issues with diarrhea or constipation, just those little changes in how often they poop can be enough sometimes to make those glands fill up and not allow our dogs to release them as well as they normally would. So you might find some issues with anal glands creep up if you have your dog on medication, if you've had a recent diet change, if you've started giving new treats, or a combination of those factors. All of those can combine to cause issues with those anal glands filling up. So we just like to have folks have that on their radar as well. Thanks so much for watching. For more tips, please visit shelterhealthpro.com.